On dancing. Here we go. Trivia night.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Late Horror Show. I am Dino. What's going on? Trivia night, Saturday night. Here we go. Candyman, 1992, Clive Barker. Clive Barker wrote it, but he did, well, it's based on what Clive Barker wrote, The Forbidden. Uh, Hopefully I didn't put that in it. Anyways, he didn't direct this film, but it's most certainly has kind of a Hellraiser vibe to it, which is very interesting. But evening each and every one. Hello, Connie Clary. Yeah, dance it up, Penny. Have fun. Enjoy life. A shadow from the tomb. Hello, Edward Stewart, Connie Clary. Ginger, what is going on? Seth the Welsh. Good to see you, Thomas Gordon, Paul Ham. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thinning out, thinning out, thinning out here. Candyman, I'm not sure. Listen, it's a popular movie. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. This one is got Clive's Books of Blood was the first time I read his works. And Seth, a great one, series of books to read. Clive Barker is he's one of those guys. He's got a style to what he writes, and he's fantastic. Harry Scott, hello to everyone. Denny Regrade, what is going on? Denny, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying Elise's videos. She's been doing every Friday night. I do apologize for no movie night for Patreons or members this past Friday. Me and Ted were set to do a video, and something came up. It was my fault. The migraines came back, and I just wasn't able to get on camera. So dealing with those this week. Don't even know why. BC's Beer Reviews, what's going on? Good to see you. Tried to get it on a few platforms. But yeah. No, listen, I'm starting to get the collection of VHS, Edward, going. So VHS all the way. But yeah, if hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos by Elise. They'll be going up every Friday about 7 p.m. I think Tuesdays are going to be a bit shorter of a video also from Elise. She's done costume and set design, a little rant about that with the Addams Family, which I'll be putting up on Tuesday. So look forward to that. And me and Ginger on Sunday, we are finally, I'm going to treat her to a good Giallo film. I'm going to treat her to a good Giallo film. We are going to watch Dario Argento's Opera. May I say, probably one of the best Giallo films I've seen to date, other than Deep Red, Suspiria. Opera's up there. It's in my top 5. So great. Elise is a great reviewer. Thank you, Paul Ham. Listen, it's nice to have her on the channel. Me and her did reviews of movies of over a year ago. There's a playlist of reviews that we did, if you can find it down there on the channel page. But we've did quite a few. We hit on a Giallo film too, Donald Sutherland. Don't Look Now. Anyways, Opera, yes, fantastic. So we're doing that. I've got another creamy film in the mix after The Fellowship of the Frog a little bit later on in the month. Going to tackle The Terrible People. It's a 1960 German creamy film. And closer to Valentine's Day, it is the day after, but it's the Wednesday after Valentine's Day, and we are going to do My Bloody Valentine. Me and Ginger will be talking about. So there you go. In the meantime, tonight with the overnight, I am going to attempt an all-night stream of The Twilight Zone, the 2000 early 2000s, put together, reenacted. So hopefully you guys enjoy that tonight. Again, it should be okay. We'll see with YouTube. But I figured for a little bit of a change, and hopefully everybody likes that. So, Excellent Bloody Valentine is one of my best slashers. Paul Ham, my Bloody Valentine, man, is quintessential 80s slasher. Uh, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to get too in depth about it because we're going to talk about it later down the road. But I mean, so iconic with the black miners, the scene in the mind. It's so good, so very good. Um, I can't wait to talk about that. But with that said, yeah. Hey, Black Roses, what's going on? Um, what the heck is that avatar you got, Paul Ham? Let me know in the chat. I'm trying to look. I can't see quite what that is, but it's pretty cool. Also, again, I think going to do some different stuff coming up here in the future. Also, again, I've been talking about tackling a few things, and if Elise hangs on here, I think we're going to do some reenactments of some old time radio shows. So I think that may kind of be cool. And yeah, so let's get into this. Plus, me and Ginger got a paranormal type show that we'll be talking about, supernatural type show, and I think that's going to be starting up within a week or so too. So look forward to that, and hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm re-putting up the CBS Radio Mystery Theaters at least once a week with the timestamps and the description of who everybody is, air dates, and all that. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. And I'm going to get back to the history of old time radio shows. I think I will minus the air dates because they're just too boring. Even though it's history, I think I'm going to stick to the actresses. I'm not going to say NBC Thursday night 5 to 7. I think that kind of took from the what I was saying with the history of it, even though that's part of the history. But it just became very monotonous after a while, and I think people were, I think, getting a little bored of me running through the air dates. So description, all of that stuff. I can do a rough estimate of it was aired from here to there, but I'm not going to say all of the networks that aired it and all that. So my avatar is Karis the Mummy Dino. That's right. Okay. Yes. I see it now. Very cool. Very cool. I'd rather see the movie than listen to anyone talking about it. Sigh. Are you talking about this, Chad Fleming? Are you talking about Candyman? Let's see. That's the first remark you said in the chat. I'd rather see the movie than listen to anyone talking about it. Then let me ask you a question about this, Chad Fleming. Let me just ask you a question. What in the hell are you doing on YouTube? Okay. You can take the sigh out of your little remark there. You could take that sigh out of there and get a little bit smarter and say, I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'm going to go watch a movie. So why be here on YouTube if you're going to complain that you don't want to hear anybody talk about it? And second, yes, please. Yeah. Secondly, you know what? Yeah, just get rid of them. Bye, Chad. We'll see you later. You have a good one. It is also called Trivia Night, so that's what it is too. There, Chad. Anyways, let's get to the show. Let's get to the What an a-hole. Let me just say it. You caught me on a bad day there, Chad. As usual, whatever. Yeah, Chad, Adrian Mendoza. What's going on, Adrian Mendoza? What's going on? Uh, yeah, I'm searching on YouTube, and oh, Candyman. I'm looking for the movie. Listen, what a dumbass and stupid trolls, man. I'm sorry. Anyways, here we go. Listen, we're going to Candyman from 1992. Again, revisited, great movie. It's a product of its time, though. It is 1992, and it's certainly got that early 90s flavor to it, 100%. So there you go. Another Chad with the butt dust. And again, missing people in the chats. Um, all I can say to you guys is hopefully everybody's still enjoying after the 4-year you know, journey here, enjoying the channel, even though there's a lot of different content. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the overnights and all that good stuff. Again, people come and go, missing a lot of people. It's okay. It's okay. We will carry on. RTN, wish the best to you, man. Prayers, and hopefully he gets home soon and we get our funny man back. How's everyone doing? Hey, Wyatt is I. What's going on? Good to see you. Something told me that this would pull you in. Candyman would pull you in. Wyatt is I. Cheerio, Maderio, Stairpike. What is going on? Black Rose has been working hard and kind of sick, but wanted to spend time with all of you. Oh, feel better, Black Roses. Hopefully you do. Stop holding back. Let us know how you really feel. Bernie Gambano, thank you. Helen, it has its flaws, but I absolutely love this movie. The score is great too. Yes, the score is great. And yes, that's kind of why I said, as much as I love this film, it's a product of its time. 1992. It's got that feel, and God forbid me saying anything against anything, but the 90s were not my thing. I'm talking about fashion wise, pop culture wise. And, when you see that in some of the films and even the movies, you kind of feel that. So I hear you. Congrats on 4 years. I heard about your channel from the R-rated horror channel. Is that what you said? R-rated podcast. Oh, very good, Adrian. Did he stream lately? Yeah. Listen, me and Josh have been. Actually, it's been 7 years that I've been on YouTube, but the old time radio and all the other content and going, it's been about 3.5 years, something like that. I don't even know. Dino warned me about that remake. Oh, yes, yes, yes. No remake, no remake, no remake. Oh, Tony Todd is great. Okay, here, let's get to the questions. Let's start asking some questions. Give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, or if you're Chad and you're gone, you can unsubscribe, whatever. Again, if you're coming to the channel and something like this, I'd rather watch the movie than listen to hear somebody talk about it. Then you shouldn't have the YouTube app on your frickin' phone, tablet, anywhere you can put that app at. You should not have it there because people are talking and reviewing and discussing movies. There are some older movies you'll find on the YouTube, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, so listen, I can go on all night. You guys want me to go on all night? For some reason, I thought Larry Drake was in this, but I was thinking of Dr. Giggles. Oh boy, sorry, caps. Seth, capital letters are totally fine in my chat because see, they make no noise. And some people will debate. Well, just being capital letters kind of shouts, not in words, but in emphasis, the point that you're shouting. Listen, the capital letters are fine. Anyways. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm on a rant tonight. I don't know what to say. So first question, this is not going to be A, B, C, or D. So I want to see if you guys go ahead and get Again, I could do a whole show. We could sit here forever. What do you guys think? When you guys go looking for movies to watch, like newer movies, I'm talking newer movies. And I consider Candyman kind of a movie that you're not going to find it on. At least I don't think so. Is it on YouTube? I don't know. If it is, it's in a Spanish language or a different kind of language. But hey, Bubba, what's going on? Sometimes I need it to see Edwards. Lots of please don't hold me. Well, see those people, they get me going, but see, it's just that's what they're trying to do. They know, they're not good. So I go on and I kind of get upset about it and go, listen, you're an idiot. You're a gosh darn idiot. But anyways, people are something else. No A, B, C, or D. Let's see if you guys can get these questions. So there we go. First question of the evening. And listen, no rich cat either. Listen, I know she's been getting up early. She's still dealing with the consequences of Richard getting sick. And listen, I know what that's all about. It took me 2 months to recover. And so I know kind of what it's, still trying to get back to normal and stuff. So hopefully we get to see Rich Cat, as busy as she is, back to her everyday part of the family here. If not, life goes on, but hopefully he's feeling a lot better. That's all I can say. A couple of trolls coming from other channels. Yeah. Oh, okay. So here we go. First question. I really like part 2, Bubba says. Okay. There you go, Bubba. How many times does Candyman's name have to be spoken for him to appear? Yeah. How many times does Candyman's name have to be spoken for him to appear? Hey, Adam for Christ. What's going on? See, I knew that would be the first answer, and it is wrong. It is wrong. Not 3 times. That's Mother Mary, Mother Mary, Mother Mary. See? Tripped up. There you go. Wyatt is I comes in. See, it's urban legend. Why it is I. Listen, I like the little short that you did on your channel, Why It Is I. Very cool stuff. Not sure how long that took you to do, but yes, it is 5 times. 5 times. Most urban legends have them speaking anything, whether it's Bloody Mary or whatever, 3 times. But in the film, they kind of throw you off a bit, and it needs to be spoken 5 times. And I don't even think, tell me if I'm wrong, in consecutive times in like right away. Like it can be said like an hour later, the 3rd one or the 4th one later that day, and then 5th. Yeah, I think I do remember 5 times seems rather excessive. Yeah. Well, Stairpike, 3 times, anybody could say 3 times, right? But 5 times means you really want to see what's going to happen, right? So I get that. Hello, Scarecrow Ninja. Dang, right out of gate, I failed. No, you didn't fail. You didn't fail. You're good. I don't got time for 5s. Well, if you really want to find out if the whole Candyman mythos is true, you got to say it 5 times. So question number 2. In fact, it is almost vulgar. Mr. Dead Stew. All must be said in a row. Thank you. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking back on the film that it didn't necessarily mean in a row right away, because I could have sworn one of the Virginia Madsen, it was said later. Anyways, I take your word for it. Mr. Dead Stew, I do like the avatar of the eye. I don't know. Something about that eye just fits right perfect in the avatar. I like it. Thanks, Dino. work gets in the way of my video. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yep, Bloody Mary and Beetlejuice did 3 times, but Candyman is 5. Nostalgic Gold. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you, Nostalgic Gold. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Well, evidently, if you're here, you're subscribed because, again, still keeping the trolls at bay. Bots, the sex bots. Are they still a thing on YouTube? I've been doing this for a while, so I'm not sure if it's probably is. It gives you an extra 2 times to think about what you're about to do. Exactly, Scarecrow Ninja. Okay, question number 2. Wyatt is I with the first point of the evening. I'm already dead when they stew. Oh boy, Edward. Okay, what is the name? Oh God, I said this. What is the name of Clive Barker's short story that Candyman 1992 is based on? So what is the name of Clive Barker's short story that Candyman 1992 is based on? Harry Scott, what's going on, my friend? What's going on, Harry Scott? Not too much on our sports channels. Oh, geez. You're thinking her girlfriend says it only 4 times, but Candyman kills her later anyways to frame Helen. Mr. Deadstew, that's exactly. Thank you. You know Candyman. You know Candyman. That's what was caught in my head. Exactly. Very well said. Twitter is loaded with bots. Oh, I bet. Seth, this is great. Now I can watch the movies. A Shadow from the Tomb. Good for you. A Shadow from the Tomb gets a point. Let me write this down. 1 point to you. And yes, it is The Forbidden short story by Clive Barker. Is it? Wait, what's going on here? The Forbidden. So A Shadow of the Tomb, got it. The Forbidden. And again, it's funny that this is based off of that short story, which, I mean, of course, there's going to be some influence by Clive Barker, but it most certainly feels like a Clive Barker movie. And the director is Bernard Rose. So not Clive Barker. I'm not sure how much of a hand he had into everything going on. Probably some, because Clive Barker's got to put his hands in everything if it's his work back in the day. You know, he had to kind of mess with it a little bit. So Sammy Davis Jr. It's something Hellbound Heart, Seth the Welsh. Nice try. Different movie. The Forbidden was already published in 1986. Nostalgic Gold. Thank you for the facts there and the trivia too. Hellbound Heart became Hellraiser. Yes, Paul Hamm. Totally different story. But Seth, keep trying. No, I love you, Seth. Good stuff, man. Okay, so on to question number 3. Sweets to the sweet. There you go. I like Barker. He's dark and twisted. Yes, Tara Pike. And magical. Weave World, a very magical, supernatural story. Another very interesting. You know, how much that would transfer over to a movie, Weave World, which stood out because I really enjoyed that magical novel. But his good stuff is really a lot of his short stories. There's a lot of bad movies based off the books of blood, but this is the best one. They were going to make a Jacqueline-ness movie, but it fell apart. It says A Shadow from the Tomb. I didn't know that, so it's The Forbidden. Stuff I get to look up later. There you go, Adam, for Christ. Yepper. I'm sure you can find that pretty easy. Hey, and you know what, everybody? Ginger, you still in chat, or did you take off? She send some prayers to her cat Blue. Blue has become a staple on Sundays and Wednesdays. We talk about Blue because Blue's usually walking in the back, and she loves Blue, and Blue's 14 years old, and Blue might be having some issues. Well, is having some issues, and send some light Blue's way. That cat, Ginger's cat, that you see on the screen. Just send some love that way. Send some good healing light and energy and all that good stuff. She's an older cat, but doesn't mean she can't listen. I've seen cats live to be 20. Very rare, but let's see. There she is. She's listening. So yes, send Blue some love, man. Because I think Blue will be okay. I really do. I feel it in my gut. Yes, Weave World. What did you say about that, Stair Pike? Weave World. Yes, I'd forgotten about that. I read it ages ago. Yes. Listen, I still would love to get my brother on here, but when I don't know where the hell he's at, it's kind of tough. But the dude knows horror, knows his horror fiction, and I would love to have him on here to talk about some of this stuff. It would be funny because he almost looks exactly like me, but kind of, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but I hope I can get that together. But anyways, much love, Blue. On to question number 3. Question number 3. Which star from the Evil Dead movies appears as the boyfriend, Billy, at the beginning of Candyman? So which star from the Evil Dead movies appears as the boyfriend, Billy, at the beginning of Candyman? Oh, it's all right. Listen, I'm always here for people. So yes, much love, Blue. Okay, does anybody know? Seth, Harry Scott, Tony Todd. Yeah, no. I will give it to. I'm going to give it to Bernie Gambano. Listen, if you see on the screen, Bernie Gambano got it first. And I'll take Sam Raimi's brother because that's exactly who it is, Ted Raimi. So Bernie, you get a point. Oh my God, I'm belching up a storm again. I know you guys need to hear about that, right? It is Ted Raimi. Ted Raimi is the answer. So good. Dan Hicks. Still think about socks. Oh, Edward Stewart. Oh, don't get me started. Okay, a little rant. Yes, I love socks. Listen, again, we have creatures, and good job, Bernie Gambano. Sam Raimi's brother is perfectly fine for the answer. It was Ted, wasn't it? Yes, Edward Stewart still remembers socks. Socks was my cat, or the family's cat. My kids adored it. Black cat, white up under hair, and white paws for socks. Looked like he had white socks on. The cat, and it's just a really short story, got it as a kitten. It jumped up on the ledge, fell down on a wooden object, shattered its hip. They were going to put it to sleep because it was $5,000, and I did not have $5,000 to reconstruct the cat's hip as much as I wanted to. Kids were crying, and the doctor said, "You know what? I'm doing this for nothing." So he cut off the cat's leg. It's cheapest, he could do. Animals recover and bounce back quick. Cut off his leg. So we had a 3-legged black and white cat. Well, black with white socks on. He was a 3-legged cat. He would go up and down the steps, and his upper body was like a bulldog. It was a bulldog. He was as powerful as can be. Loved the guy. Socks was awesome. Built like a brick house. But after 7 years, he became diabetic. So what do? You try figuring out the insulin. Lo and behold, Socks ends up becoming insulin resistant. He's just it. You can give him as much as you want. He's resistant to it. So, and I don't even. You're going to make me cry. Jesus Christ. To see this cat, and I would never put a picture up on screen ever, because it was literally the saddest, probably one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. And we held out to the very end. And again, if you've ever seen a cancer patient, at the very end stage of their life where there's nothing on their bone, I looked in his face and said, I'm sorry, this is it. We can't. And the kids understood. And it was one of the saddest days ever. It really was. But to have that happen to a 7-year-old cat who should have gone on many, many years, was terrible. But got him buried in a nice spot with the kids doing all kinds of stuff for it. He'll be missed. He'll be remembered forever. But yes, it's a shame that they have to go so much sooner than us, but much love to all us animal lovers, right? Next to you, now I want to. I'm sorry, Connie Clary. I didn't mean to bring it down to well, I probably got Ginger going too, but listen, Blue will be okay. And I just had to tell the story of Socks. Edward brought it up, and I had to tell the story of Socks because he meant a lot in my life. And, our beloved family members, creatures of the night, are special to us. So anyways, the story of Socks. There you go. Love that cat. Now that I got y'all down, let's get happy again. Question number 3. That's the way we roll here. This is becoming depressing. I'm sorry. No. Listen, it's not to be depressing. I mean, it's stuff we got. The story itself, of course, yes, it is. But getting over it, and anyways, I'm going to stop right there and continue on with the next question. Which star? No, when Helen is looking around the apartment next door to the one Ruthie Jean was murdered in, what does she find wrapped up in some candy wrappers? So when Helen is looking around the apartment next door to one Ruthie Jean was murdered in, what does she find wrapped up in some candy wrappers? Man. Denny, stick around. I'm still here, buddy. Sorry I had to tell a sad story. I have to go. Oh, you're going to dinner. Okay. Not depressing, touching. Thank you, Stairpike. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get across. And also trying to get across how much we care for our animals. They're part of the family. So who got it first? I guess I'll just have it. Man, you guys need to be a little bit more specific. I mean, everybody can say razor blades, but what else specifically? Crack rocks. What the heck? Let's see. A baby, a Pikachu, a finger. Listen, razors, but a human head. Human head. I'd like somebody to get the correct answer. Oh God, if I give it razor blades, it's taken away from the whole thing. But okay, I'll accept razor blade. I'll accept razor blade. Let's see. So who got it first? Seth the Welsh. I will give it to you. But it was a little bit more than just the razor blades. It was there were chocolates with razor blades in them. So it was the whole razor blades in the candy kind of stuff. You know what I mean? that which goes towards urban legends, which feeds into Candyman, all along those lines. You know what I mean? So it was technically the razors and the candy, but I'll go with razor blades. So we're good there. We're good. The straight razor, no, this is not a Giallo film. Giallo. So very cool. Okay, moving on. We will keep moving on. Let's get to the next question. Happy Joey. Listen, Ren and Stimpy is fantastic. I haven't watched Ren and Stimpy in a long time. Question number 5. Why was the Candyman tortured and killed in 1890? Why was the Candyman tortured and killed in 1890? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? You should, if you. I think a couple people will know this, definitely. Needle. Half right. Yeah. Half point. Seth, excellent. Yeah, got a point there, Seth. I bet you're feeling real happy. Edward, is Penny still dancing around? He was in love with a rich dude's daughter. He was in love with her, but not race. Has nothing to do with race. Wyatt as I. But okay, well, something a little bit more happened. He was in love with her, and it was a white woman. But should you be saying white woman? White? She's a Caucasian woman. So you guys are kind of right. But again, it's a bit more specific. There was something that put it over the edge. Connie Clary, thank you. There you go. Connie Clary gets the answer. Yes, pregnant. So he gets the wealthy landowner's daughter pregnant. That's what kind of puts him over the edge, and then thus comes the torture and the kill. You can be in love with her, but yeah, there was a little bit more to it. She was carrying a child. Attaboy, Luther! Oh, God. I could watch that again, too. I'm up for Don Knotts' Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Listen, tomorrow night, let me get this out of the way. Boy, I wish it was posted already, but horror, oh God, Gory B movie. I'll put the link up and share it tomorrow. I'm going to be on a little bit after 10, like around 10:30 after the overnight stream starts. So for anybody who likes horror movies and stuff like that, I'm going to be on another channel, Gory B movie, and we are going to be doing versus Universal monsters like Dracula versus Wolfman, Invisible Man versus Phantom so on and so on. So there's going to be a little panel. I'm going to be on there with them, and that should be fun. So again, I'll put a link up in a community post whenever she posts it, so that you guys can know I'm over there. So there you go. Very cool, Connie. I'm not sure now about this one. Adam for Christ. You mean the answer? It really was the pregnancy that was the issue. But anyways, let's continue on. Next question. Question number 6. Here we go. Which esteemed composer wrote the music for the first 2 Candyman movies? Oh boy, let's see if anybody gets this. Which esteemed composer wrote the music for the first 2 Candyman movies? Anybody know? So like a classic Monsters Royal Rumble. Yes, Black Roses. That was the right answer. Yeah, the answer, Philip Glass. Yes, yeah, the answer. I'm not sure now about this one. Listen, if I got something wrong, sorry about that, but yeah, moving on. Paul Hamm. Look at this with Paul Hamm. He knows this composer, or he knows this movie. It is Philip Glass. Philip Glass is the composer. for 1 and 2. So there you go. Thomas Gordon says Frank Zappa. Black Roses says Danny Elfman. Harry Scott says Carpenter. Carpenter composed the soundtrack. A Shadow from the Tomb. Philip Glass. Good for you. L'orchestra. L'orchestra. Little, all these plants I got coming in here. Little gnats flying around. Not liking that. Way to go, Luther! Okay, yeah. So very cool. So there's a whole mess of people with 1 point. Paul Ham got a point. Connie Cleary with a point. Seth the Welsh with a point. Bernie Gambano with a point. A Shadow from the Tube with a point. And Wyatt is I with a point. All with 1 point. Good for you. Good for you. I said no sports talk in here, Ginger. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Eagles already scored. Good for them. I'm such a bitter sports fan. So bitter I am because of my Cleveland Browns. Unbelievable. Anyways, next question. Here we go. Question number 7. Yes, my screen name is a Zappa reference, LOL. There you go. A Shadow from the Tomb. Frank Zappa. Eagles. Yeah. Well, damn, that's what I have in my Spotify playlist. LOL. Definitely competitive. Very cool. Bernie Gambano, yeah. She meant the Eagles Hotel California. Dino, it's a Cleveland thing. I know Edward Stewart. Listen, we have fantastic sports teams, but when it comes to the ultimate goal, just never get there. Anyways, okay, come on. Next question. At the police lineup, which line of dialogue is each suspect made to repeat in front of Helen? So at the police lineup, which line of dialogue is each suspect made to repeat in front of Helen? Close enough. Okay, as long as you guys get it close. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. See, I don't want to hear it, Connie. I don't want to hear it. 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 I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I don't want to hear it. It's all good. It's all good. I hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. Oh, Paul Ham. Okay, here we go. Paul Ham gets his second point, putting him in the lead. We hear you're looking for Candyman, fish. Why did you not want to swear? Oh my God. You can say bitch on the channel. Seth the Welsh got it. Oh, wait. Paul Ham got it first. Paul Ham got it first. Yes. Says exactly. We hear you're looking for Candyman, bitch. Even though the line said at the time is, I hear you're looking for Candyman, bitch. Biatch. So there you go. Oh my God, that's excellent. So Paul takes the lead with 2. I am Candyman, but said like Ozzy's Iron Maiden. Nice, Black Roses. Very good. Next question. Moving on. Moving right along. Moving right along. I should just have a robot do this. Put a still image of myself up, and let the robot speak. All this. I think that's possible. Like when they lined them up to say that. Edward Stewart. Yeah, that was good. Paul is quick. Yes, Mr. Dead Stew. Yeah, I don't know if sometimes internet connectivity is involved, but yeah. Let's see. Next question. Where is Helen when she first encounters the Candyman? Where is Helen when she first encounters the Candyman? I think that's a pretty good answer too. Robo Dino. Yeah. To this day, that line still cracks me up. Scarecrow Ninja, right? I hear you looking for Candyman there, bitch. What the hell? Oh, Seth the Welsh is on fire too. Look at that. Look at that, Seth. Look at you. You got your big boy shoes on tonight. Oh, No, you got it. The parking garage. The parking garage. It's technically a multi-story parking garage. Um, so Seth the Welsh has got 2 points, and Paul Ham's got 2 points in the lead. So tied in the lead. So there you go. Yes, the parking garage. Everybody got that. Harry Scott says the bathroom. The bathroom is where she first meet him. Listen, I can see how you can think the bathroom, because that would throw you off. Be my victim. Love that line. Be my victim. Love it. I am a real boy. Oh, Seth. Helen. Okay, next question. Let's keep it rolling. Here we go. Next question. Which Shakespeare play is the line "Sweets"? This one's for you, Stairpike. Come on. Which Shakespeare play is in the line? Which Shakespeare play is the line "Sweets for the sweet"? From, is it Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, or A Midsummer Night's Dream? If you're still there, Stairpike, let's see. The resident theater man there. Let's see if he can get it. Othello. Romeo and Stairpike, where are you at? He's sitting there going, "Oh, I don't know. The Stairpike, cheerio. Come on." Somebody beat you to it. Wilson Nightstand says Midsummer Night's Dream. Mr. Dead Stew finally gets in quick enough. Mr. Dead Stew gets a point. It is from Hamlet. Seth wins, LOL. Well, no, not necessarily. It's Paul Ham's got 2 points. Seth the Welsh is 2. Everybody else with 1 point. Mr. Dead Stew is on the scoreboard there, right? Oh, Trevor and his side squeeze. I guess Stairpike has left the building just when it was getting good. My wife came in as I was typing. Ella, is that what happened, Seth? Anyways, on to question number 10. Question number 10. Eddie Murphy was considered for the title role in Candyman. True or false? Eddie Murphy was considered for the title role in Candyman. True or false? Wilson Nightstand is uneducated. That's okay. It's okay. You know, you're educated enough to type in the chat. So I don't know if you mean just basic wise or on the movie, but it's all okay, Wilson. All okay. Seth the Welsh gets it first. It is true. Candyman and Eddie Murphy. Almost a thing. Yes, Mr. Dead Stew. Yuck, I hope not. Almost a thing. But thankfully, they went a different direction and got Tony Todd, who went on to play it marvelously. Eddie Murphy, I don't. No. Listen, I love a lot of what Eddie Murphy's in. He's a great comic actor. Don't think I've seen him. I mean, there's some duds too. Listen, yeah, I'm not even going there. That would have been horrible. Yes, Scarecrow Ninja. It would have been terrible. A horrible comedy. I think the vampire film didn't help Eddie. Oh no, Vampire in Brooklyn. I didn't even want to go there, but Stairpike's back. My neighbor came over with a little smoking material. Oh boy. Stairpike is back, but yeah, there was a Shakespeare question. I thought maybe Stairpike's the man for this. I used to work with a guy named Mike, says Ginger, who looked exactly like Candyman. And that's what everyone called him. They called him Candyman. Interesting. Bernie Gambano, I will share. I would love to hear Eddie Murphy say, we're here looking for Candyman, bitch. We're here looking for Candyman, bitch. In my Gumby accent. I'm Gumby, damn it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. No, I'm not going there. Tony was the man for sure. Love Eddie Murphy. In the things I love him in. But the mistakes, I missed the Shakespeare question. Yes, you did. There's Stairpike, and yeah, you were off doing something. Anyways, remind me later. Anyways, next question. Here we go. Let's move on to the next question. Tony Todd was in a Night of Living Dead remake as well. Yes. You know what? And that now there you go. Listen, I still love that original Night of Living Dead, but how they went about remaking it, the remake was fantastic. That's how you make a remake. Continuing on, next question. He wasn't that bad in Vampire in Brooklyn. Wide as I can't even go back and rewatch to even give myself a second take on that. So, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm done. Anyways, next question. What is Helen caught by the police attacking Anne Marie in her apartment with? So, what is Helen caught by the police attacking Anne Marie in her apartment with? Does anybody know? What is the said weapon? That was a decent remake. You better believe it, Paul Hamm. Savin didn't get any help from the studio. Tony Todd was in my favorite DS9 episode too. Oh, he was in Deep Space Nine, huh? Must have missed that. What character he played? Barbara definitely was much tougher. Seth gets the point. It is not a knife. It is a cleaver, a meat cleaver. So Seth the Welsh gets 4 points. 4 points. In second place is Paul Hamm. Everybody else with 1 point. A hook for a hand. Yeah, you would think, right? Mr. Dead Stew with a meat cleaver. There you go. Right on the dot. A meat cleaver to be exact. Yes. He was also in first Final Destination film. Says Paul Hamm. With a Vampire Brooklyn VHS tape. What? Tom Savini, sorry, your spelling. Okay, gotcha. Okay, anyways, we can continue to move on. Here we go. How does Helen escape from the psychiatric hospital? So how does Helen escape from the psychiatric hospital? Bang, bang, boom. He played Cisco's son grown up. That episode is a tearjerker. Gotcha. Thank you very much, A Shadow from the Tomb. Big Deep Space Nine fan here. The original, Next Generation, close behind. Deep Space Nine, third. A lot of people put Deep Space Nine ahead of the Next Generation for their favorites, but there you go. Anyways, let's see. Okay, this might be a tough one. Let's no scores. No scores. Um, okay, upon that scene, Candyman frees her. Okay, this is a little tough. The laundry chute went out the door in a nurse's outfit, transports her. Candyman kills her doctor. Um, oh boy. I'm going to have to give it to, I will give it to Candyman kills her doctor. That's closest so far. Candyman frees her. Seth, I think this one goes to Paul Ham, who says Candyman kills her doctor. So Paul Ham gets a third point. I'm giving it to Paul Ham. Hello, Overkill. Wasn't Tony Todd? Well, let me get through this first. She summons the Candyman, who kills the psychiatrist, the doctor, before undoing her restraints. She then escapes through the window. He's smashed. So Candyman himself, I get what you're saying, Seth, frees her, but how does he free her? And I think going to Paul Ham, Candyman kills the doctor, that's the way it's done. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is the answer. So hopefully you understand. Okay, there you go. Knocks out nurse and wears her uniform. That's another movie. 14-0 Eagles. Am I going to have to block these, erase these updates and scores? No, I'm joking. Giving Ginger a hard time. JLR Hugs, what's going on? The writing on DS9 was excellent. Yes, it was Steer Pike. Again, definitely my third favorite. A lot of people put it as their second, really. I'm not sure it would be on many people's number one, but it could be. I mean, come on, the classic is the classic. Wasn't Tony Todd played also Worf's brother in City? Yes, A Shadow of the Tomb just talked about that. Mentioned that higher up in the chat, Overkill. So yes, very, very much. Let's see. Take me away like Calgon. If I remember right, she just wakes up bloody. She flushed herself down the toilet. Ay, ay, ay. Scarecrow, her face was flushed, but her broad shoulders saved her. Oh, boy. Albino Rhino, super late. Just wanted to say howdy, friends. Good to see you, Albino Rhino. Again, Twilight Zone episodes all night tonight. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. On to the next question. Gorn was FTW on All Star Trek. Yes, yes. DS9 is my favorite, then Next Gen. Oh, see, there you go. DS9 favorite, then Next Gen, and then I would think the classic Star Trek series. I mean, listen, I just love the classic, but yeah. I mean, that's perfectly. I gotcha. I gotcha. Tony Todd was also in The Rock. Okay. Here we go. Next question. In which U.S. city is the Cabrini Green public housing development featured in Candyman? So, in which U.S. city is the Cabrini Green public housing development featured in Candyman? Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty easy. Paul Ham beats you, Seth. Paul Ham beats you. Now tied with 4 each. Seth the Welsh and Paul Ham. Stepping it up, peeps. Stepping it up. Here we go. Let's see who wins this. High Nut Hybrid. I got to drive by there. Very cool. Cool. Locations. Shy Rock, says Albino. Yeah. Sorry, Jody. I'm half watching the game. Yeah. Either that or listening to music. Viva Las Vegas, Black Roses. That was a close one too. Oh God. Okay. Moving on. Question number 15. What does the young boy Jake drop onto Helen's coffin at the end of Candyman? So what does the young boy Jake drop onto Helen's coffin at the end of Candyman? I'm joking, Jinja. Jinja. A Rubik's Cube. Really wow, Seth. Never been there. Well, listen, Seth and Paul, they got it today. And looks like Wide as Eyes got another point. That gives you 2, which technically only 2 behind. Yes, Hook. A Shadow from the Tomb got it. A hook. A lot of hooking going on. A whole lot of hooking going on. A tulip. Candy. The movie Hook. Yeah, on CDR. On CDR, Wide as Eye. The movie Hook on CDR. Oh, too good. Too good to be handled. That's what I say. Dang, I couldn't remember that one. Way to go. Okay, good job, man. Let's keep this going. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. How many thumbs up we got? 52 thumbs up. Yeah, respectable. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, please do. Consider joining the Patreon page or the channel membership, where you get a movie night each week and much more. Yeah, access to Discord, all that fun stuff. You guys can chat anytime you want. It's fun. Share pictures of whatever. Yeah. Well, not whatever, but you get what I'm saying. And not Frankenhooker. Ay. Okay. So Paul Ham and Seth the Welsh is tied for 4 each. Seth the Welsh, Frankenhooker, we watched on movie night for the Patreons and the channel members. We all watched Frankenhooker, and it was a riot. It was fun till our daddy came and took it away. Next question. Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, 1995. Director Bill Condon went on to direct 2 of the films in which popular series of romantic fantasy movies. So Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, 1995, director Bill Condon went on to direct 2 of the films in which popular series of romantic fantasy movies. Usually I stay clear from this, but Superstar. Oh, I don't think I've seen you in a long time, Superstar. Superstar 01. Hello, I'll just join. Love the content. This is fantastic. Is this your first time on a channel? There was somebody else with a Superstar. Spelled the same way, Supastah. Yes, most of the time that's a blasphemous word to say in the chat. Any reference to the movie Twilight, but yes, it is Twilight going to Paul Ham, which puts you in the lead with 5 points. No, for 5 points, 5 points. So Paul Ham, yes, the Twilight series. Listen, it's I ain't even going there. Forget it. I stop. Dino stops. Put on the brakes. Carnival. Farewell to Flesh. What's up, Supper? Man? Good to see you, Supper. Next question. What is the Candyman's real name revealed to be in Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh? So what is the Candyman's real name revealed to be in Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh? What is his name? Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember? Superstar. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you know if you love the brass bell, you'll ring it? Yeah. Woo! From Ginger for Christmas. Thank you, Ginger. That's what everyone needs. Up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Darn maids, man. Always. Well, I mean, that's what the bell's for, you know. I'll have some coffee later. Yeah. I know. It'll do that to me. Every time. Every time. Speaking of. Yeah. Anyways. Let's see. Oh, come on, you guys. Come on. Somebody. Oh, Paul Ham's got Paul Ham. Daniel Robitel. Oh, yes, Paul Ham. You get 6 points. Well, this was close, but it looks like I just noticed that ghost. I have the same one. Yeah, the ghost right. You just noticed it, Edward. How can you just notice? It's been sitting there for months and months and months. Actually, for years. Do you know I just noticed that ghost? So good. Finn Olson. Finn, welcome to the channel. Good to see ya. Good to have ya. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way in or on your way out. Paul Ham with the correct answer in the lead with 6 points. I want to know what that spooky thing is in the hallway. Listen, I got to keep you guys guessing, man. I got to throw in the streams overnight. Listen, I know people are. See, I got to shut up. There's other Listen, YouTube's blown up with other channels doing streams. Okay. I know where everybody's going. Spell. Suspense. Spell. And I'm not sure why, because everything that's there is here. But I try to keep the overnight streams entertaining as well as interesting. So not only do you chat with your friends or enjoy the content all night long, I also, in the picture on the screen, I tried to incorporate little things. At the beginning, it was the eyeball where it would change positions and everybody would look for it. Where's the eyeball? Where's the eyeball? This new stream I set up, there's a little something down the left corridor in the way back that if you got a big enough screen, you can kind of make it out if it's put on the TV or whatever. But a couple people mentioned what it was close enough. But yeah, no, Black Roses. It's similar creature. I see, but yes, I leave it into your mind to think of what that is and to look for things and what's that over there. So always keep you thinking. So anyways, it moves very strangely. It's quite disturbing, Sister Pike. That's the point. That's the point. Sorry, been listening to The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings on audio book. LOL. Nothing wrong with that, Black Roses. Nothing wrong with that at all. Listen, I appreciate all of the support that you guys have given over the however long you've been here. And I hope you continue to be part of the Late Horror Show family and everything else. Listen, I got an awards coming up for you guys here to, a lot of people who really, mean a lot to the channel. And whereas I'm not going to be able to get to everybody and everything, there are going to be standouts and, down the road, I'm sure that'll change. And I think it's just going to be a cool thing. Allows me to talk about some of the resident chatters and people that are always here. So next question. Let's get to another question. Which type of establishment does Candyman return to haunt in Candyman Day of the Dead 1999? Which type of establishment does Candyman return to haunt in Candyman Day of the Dead 1999? Did I skip one? Did I skip one? Ba-doop-ba-boo. I don't think so. Okay, yes, I did skip one. We'll get back to it. What? You guys are thinking a different movie? Black Roses. I read The Hobbit aloud to my great grandkids over the holidays. We had a great time with Gollum. I bet you did. Hey, my niece is watching. Seth's niece. What's going on? Plantation, hospital, plantation, a brewery. Nobody's got it yet. A house. Remember, this is this is Day of the Dead from 1999. Different setting. That should be a yearly thing now. Pretty neat. Yes, Edward Stewart. If not more so, maybe twice a year, but yeah, definitely a yearly thing. Never saw that one. Okay, so yeah, not a plantation. It looks like it's somewhere you can go with the family. It's somewhere you go with the family to learn about stuff. Oh, do I skip it? No, I'm going to try to give you guys hints. Okay, here I go. What you will find in this type of establishment is Picasso. Oh, there you go. Okay, Paul Ham. Paul Ham gets it. Art museum. Yes, it is an art museum. An art museum. Baskin and Robina. Thomas Gordon. Wyatt is I finally with the museum. Connie with the museum. Yes, it was the art museum. So yes. And I did skip a question that I had down. So let me get this. The morgue. The morgue. Here's the next question. In which UK city was Clive Barker's original Candyman story set? So in which UK city was Clive Barker's original Candyman story set? The original story. Which UK city was Clive Barker's original Candyman story set? Do you know? Y'all Eagles scored again, 21-0. Well, I mean, I think you can stop talking about it now, Ginger, because if it's 21-0, they're probably going to win, right? So, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation. Yeah, times 7, 8. Yeah, whatever. He was a painter, I should have thought. Yep, Seth. Manchester? No. London? No. Birmingham? No. Harry Scott? No, you're right, Ginger. Anything can happen. I know that. Harry Scott gets the point. Liverpool. Harry Scott, it was Liverpool. So you get on the board with a point. Good for you. And the last question. Here we go. The last question. Last question of the evening is which iconic horror character did Candyman director Bernard Rose make a movie about in 2015? So which iconic horror character did Candyman director Bernard Rose make a movie about in 2015? Does anybody know? Islington. Islington. Ba-dum-bum. What the heck? YouTube's crazy. I tell you. I don't know what more to say about YouTube. But anyways, let's see. Does anybody get it? Jason Voorhees, no. Chucky. This is going to be another one. It's an old school monster, if I can say that. Give you a hint. It's an old school monster, not the Mummy, not Michael Myers. If anybody's closest, it's Black Roses, but Harry Scott says Robert Englund. A little bit more old school. Puppet Master, Jack Torrance. Jack Torrance. Not the Mummy. Seth, not the Mummy. Old school, but not the Mummy. Dang it. Connie Clary. Connie Clary gets it. It's not Islington. Connie Clary gets her second point. So congrats. Yes, Dracula. Phantom of the Opera, The Blob. Dang it. Yeah, so very cool. So Paul Ham, give him a hand, wins this week's Candyman trivia night with 7 points. First place. Second place goes to Seth the Welsh with 4 points. Very good. Wyatt is I and Connie Clary both with 2 points in third place. Harry Scott had a point. Mr. Dead Stew had a point. Bernie Gambano has a point. A Shadow from the Tube had a point. So very, very good. Congratulations. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and everything, you guys. And what do I got coming up? Twilight Zone radio drama all night tonight. 12 hours. Timestamps and everything. Tomorrow night, you get to hear me and Ginger talk about a masterpiece. Opera by Dario Argento, 1987. This one definitely a Giallo classic. So get ready for that. And then on Tuesday, we have the first annual Late Late Horror Show Channel Awards. So there you go, where I will be giving out awards to all of you for many different reasons. And then next Wednesday, we are back to some older Giallo, Murder to the Tune of the Seven Black Notes, 1977 Giallo. We also got Short Night of Glass Dolls, 1971 Giallo coming up. And then we hit creamy films. We're going to do The Fellowship of the Frog from 1959. That one looks very interesting. This one should incorporate some kind of mask, I'm thinking here. The Terrible People, 1960, another German creamy. And then right around Valentine's Day, My Bloody Valentine, as well as much, much more. We've got some paranormal shows coming up too. Yeah, so just stay tuned for everything, right? And really appreciate everything from everyone. I am going to take off a few minutes early here tonight and get ready for next stop, Twilight Zone. Yep. I'm just glad I checked out the stream, even if I only remembered a few of these answers. Thank you, Adam, for Christ. Listen, thanks each and every one of you for being here. Have you done Lord of Illusions on the channel yet? That's another good one. Yeah, listen, Lord of Illusions is a really good one. I have not. Believe it or not, that's one I have not tackled. I just enjoyed spending time with you lively people, even though I haven't seen the film. Thank you, Stairpike. I'll be later. Edward Stewart, take care, Edward. Ginger, hopefully your team wins and nothing bad happens. But yeah, see you guys all at the overnight. And with that said,